What are you taking the measuring tape for? Measuring the bee.
Oh, sorry.
Right, hello everyone. How are we doing? So I've been saying, God, this is very close. I've done it close so you can see me makeup properly. So I've been saying this for ages. I would do a makeup video, a full glam makeup video tutorial or whatever. And the last one I tried doing it and it cut out, so that was fab. So fingers crossed this one isn't. So I thought, right, let's just do it. So I'm gonna do like a glam matte, like a soft matte glam look. So not very shimmery, very like 90s, because I like this. I feel like this is really good for like weddings and things. And if you're not into like shimmers and more bronzy, this is what I would go for. So to start, I've been using this Inky List. I'll go through all my products that I use. Some of them are dirty, so please do not judge, because my makeup bag is a mess, but they still do the same job. So Inky List sent me some bits, and well, they sent me like a full skincare really, and this is the Mega Water Cream. So I just put this on first, because I have found if you do not moisturise before you foundation, it does look rough. Also for a primer, I haven't got any primer, I need to get some more, but the Bobbi Brown one, I think it's called Face Base. Oh, it's so good. Like, it honestly makes your face, it just like mattifies everything. It's just delightful. So if you're looking for a good primer, Bobbi Brown, unreal. Right, so I'm just gonna rub this in, and then I'm gonna do the eyes first, because you can wipe away the excess and we do the foundation. Not even funny, I'm going for a walk after this. So when my friends see us glammed up, they're gonna be like, eh? And I'm like, don't ask, do not ask. So eyebrows first. Eyebrows at the minute, so this is new, what I've been using, which is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit, and it's like a, I can see this, like, oh god, honestly this focus on here is so bad, can we see this? Anyway, right, it's like a gel, so I just get loads of the gel on and spike the front bits up, and then that way for the rest of it. I think that's like the most natural way of it looking. Right, there you go, there you go, like that, and then I let that set for a little bit. Capiche? Right, while that's going on, let's get the brow. So the best, where is it? I feel like a lot of this video is just going to be me looking around going, where is that thing? Maybe this is why people, you meant to prep for this before. Where's it gone? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, so for my brows, I asked everyone on Instagram what they've been using and what they're loving, and everyone was saying this, which is the P. Louise. P. Louise, also Beautiful eyebrow paint, and it is actually really, really good. So I'm very thankful everyone did recommend this. So P. Louise is actually, it's actually a really good brand, to be honest. I've got the thing that made them famous was like the like the thing that made them famous. So I've got something else that is P. Louise, and it's that base, the eyeshadow base, and that is unreal, and I've had that for ages. It's lasted so long. So I think that is the name of the game with P. Louise. You just need like a little bit like this. I literally need the tiniest bit, and this is the brush from theirs as well. You just need like, it's like a little putty. Oh my god, you're not going to see anything in this, are you? Right, it's like a putty, believers. And then right, let's zoom in for this guy. Right, you're going to see all my pores here. And then when this, because this is set, I just go along with this one, follow it along, deepen it like this, add a bit more. And then I go under here with a line. Because the thing is, I've got black hair, so I like to go dark on the brow because it just washes out otherwise. So I've tried doing flicky brows and it just doesn't work for me. So it looks like this, right? And then use the spoolie and I brush this through. So you lose that line, but it's a sharp edge underneath. So I just brush that through here. And any like mistakes you made, you can just clean that up as well. God, my makeup's going to be so full on for this. Right, and I do the side. And this stuff like dries. Because like, I can't explain what it's like. It's a bit like paint. But it dries really well. So yeah, again, do the line. And then we're just going to blur that line with that. And I also like to make sure my eyebrows come to like a point at the ends. Oh God, this one's a bit messy. Right, so then it goes like this. This is number one, step number one. Then I get P. Louise base in Ruma number 2. This looks so dirty. In Ruma number 2. This is so zoomed in. And this is gonna set me eyelid for my eyeshadow, but then also cut out me brows. So I just put a bit of this on the back of my hand, like when I say it a little bit, like half a P. And then I just grab. I had a really good brush for this, but I think it got stolen by one of my friends. If you know who you are. And then I just go under here. I've got a little flat brush. Like there. It looks very janky, but it will look good. And then the same on the other side, right? And then with whatever you've got left on your brush, just drag this down. Then whatever you've got on your arm, whatever you've got on your arm, whatever you've got in your hand, just grab the rest of that and just go over your full lid. Like, ignore that this is a mess, right? We're just getting it on there for the minute. And then I get a bit more of a flatter brush. I've got a good flat brush. Where is it? Like a flat brush like this. Like a flat one, right? And then just blend this in. Okay? And then this is our base. This is the base for your eyeshadow. Okay, we're ready. We're ready to go in with the eyeshadow. Right, what should I use? I use this Morphe palette. So I use this Morphe. Let's see what it's called. I got for Christmas a year ago. 25A palette. This one. So it's got loads of different like nudes, quite warm. This one's really good if you're like be a bit bronzed. I'll show you what it's like. So I normally use, go in with your lights. So there's this one here. And I like to dip this one and this one. And then, this is like a medium fluffy brush. Just go in. I like to zoom in on this bad boy. just in your crease, and then slowly bend it up. Try and avoid going on this part. You can do one eye at a time, but I sometimes like doing both, just because it's for quickness. Once you get the hang of it, you're like, oh god, it's really annoying if you do one and then you're like, I've got to do the other one now. Right, it looks very orange, but don't worry because it will look good. Right, like this. Ignore anything here because that's all going to be wiped away. And you might get a bit spooked because you haven't got foundation on, but just wait, you've literally just got to trust the process. Right, and then for a little bit of a darker one, I used my oh god, it's so dirty, my Too Faced bronzer, which is honestly, I swear by this. And this is the Dark Chocolate Soleil. And I just dab this in here, and look how nice the colour is. I go in this corner. And just drag that along, so just here to here. Like the last one was all the way around there, and focusing here, but I'm just going to go half to here and here. And sort of let the brush flick out as well, because you sort of want to go, when you put eyeliner on, you want it to look good. Right, and then on the other side, so this is what it looks like so far. Like quite bronzy, quite nice. But then what we're going to do is go for a bit of a darker shade, which I'm going to go this one here. It's just tiny bit because the Morphe one is. And just go in here, like right in the corner, this part. And we're just going to do this. Then I would grab a bigger, fluffier brush, like this one is quite big, and then just sort of blend them together so you haven't got separation and it just looks a bit more flawless. Step number one. Now, so I'm going to get the P. Louise base again, just like a teeny tiny little bit, and then get your little flat brush that we're using before, get that on there, get that soaked up. So I have like it coated, like, you see it's coated quite a lot. And then, watch this. So this is the trick. So if you go like this, look up. Like that's how high you know you need to do your cut crease, okay? And then I would, oh god, go in here like this. And go around. God, it looks so messy. Just wait, it does look good. Alright. And I'll go about there. It was meant to be rounder than that, but we'll move. And then grab your brush like this, your little flat one, and then we're just going to blend. Pat, pat, pat. So it blends into this guy. You can also go like this with your finger to just blur that into the eyeshadow that's already there. Look, it does it really well. Step one. And then we're going to go back in with our Morphe palette and get the lightest shade that it is on here, which for me is this guy here. And I'm just going to wait till it focuses. pat this on. Oh, that is quite dark. Oh no. Christmas in London palette. Josh got me it, but it's really good. Like, Too Faced colours are just so pigmented. So they've got one called Christmas Vibes, and that's this colour. But any of your lightest white you've got in your palette, was that right in the corner. It's sort of like setting that whiter colour. So put that in your corner, and then your second brightest. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Now, this bit is when it comes together and starts a little bit better than it does right now. So if you've got a small little brush, so this is really handy. I got this one Pretty Little Thing. Can you see? It's like a small little detailing brush. You can get loads from Morphe as well, that are really good. And get a bit of a darker colour, like this one. I just like to dab a little colour. And then what you're going to do is go around here and make this, where you did your cut crease, carve it out even more with a bit of a darker colour. Okay, so then go in this side and do the same thing. And if you want to be a bit more night out, you can. Oh, Josh is... No, Josh, don't! Josh just got his way out. But like a smoky but matte, okay? And then now we're going to go on to the base, which is the important bit. On my base, I'd like to use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I use it in shade Cashew. So I'll just put a bit on the back of my hand. I'm already moisturised. I'll have to just put a bit less on than I normally would. But use a brush, and I just dab this straight on. I used to use just a beauty blender, but I do find now that I use the brush, it just gets in there a bit more, like that you're pushing it in rather than on the surface. I still use a beauty blender over it. So this is quite yellowy, but it does look really good when you've got a tan. And it's like, I've used a lot of foundations and I've found this is always the best one. I've tried Too Faced Born This Way. I thought that was too thin. I like to be thick. I like to be full coverage. What else have I tried? Oh, Kat Von D is good. I've used that quite a few times. That one I've got here. Kat Von D Lucky is a really good foundation as well. But this, the only thing is with that, it's quite dry. So if you are dry, it's not the best. Right, and then remember I was saying about the eyebrows, leave the eyebrows at the top of them, and I'll show you what I do, because you need to still carve out the other side eyebrow. I've got to be so gentle with my nose after the up, like, oh, it kills. Oh. Okay, right now, get that little brush, this guy again, get some foundation on there, and then you're going to carve the top of your eyebrow out with your foundation. Because you say it's pink, we don't want that. Okay. And then grab your beauty blender, and we're just going to go over. And I find using your beauty blender after just helps set it a bit longer as well, like gets it right in there. I honestly think having a heavy duty base is what makes your makeup look flawless. Like, I've tried thinner foundations and my makeup just feels like it's on the surface and it's just going to be like gross. So I've just always found that this is the much better way. Right. And there you go. Look at that coverage. It's mental. And then I'm going to go in with bronze or contour. So I've got two different contours. I've got this one I've been using at the minute, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it's like a creamy contour. But I'll use a different brush. What did I use? I've got, these ones are quite good. Like when it's like this sort of shape, like a dome. I find that's quite good. So I just put a little bit in. And just tap it in. Because it's creamy, you can just like add and add. This is a bit of a cooler tone, but I also use Tarte Shape Tape in, I'll show you it, this guy. In shade Deep, and this is more warm. So, but the only thing is, that's good for a night out because I can look a bit orangey. Do you know what I mean? You know, like if it's brunch, I would go for more cool because my foundation is already quite warm. But the one is very warm. God, there's no sense there. And then grab your little flat brush again, and then just grab this little flat brush, and from the top of my eyebrow here, I'm really bad at nose contour, but this is how I do it. From the top of my eyebrow here, just go down there like that. And then down here, around here, like that. And then I've got this little, shall I get it? I normally just blend it all together. Like that's the trick, just blend, beat that face. For concealer, I do like to go heavy duty concealer, so I've got NARS Raging Creamy Concealer, and I place down here and down here. Concealers that I've used and I loved, I like quite a few. I do love Tarte Shape Tape, but I just can't get my hands on any that isn't like 50 quid because it comes from America. So I'm having to use this one at the minute, but I do love that one. It's just the best. But also Collection 2000 is really good. That was my OG of concealers. So if you are on a bit of a budget, I would recommend maybe going that way. And then, right, and then this is the trick. This is a good trick. I blend your corners out like this, right? Just blend this with a little brush. Just along here. And then get your beauty blender and just blend out here.
Do you want to get some wild jojo? Oh, right. I said the brand just for...
I know, just some wild deodorant.
Did I do it right?
You can show it.
£100 now.
Are you going to come in, say hi?
What?
To my video? Anyway, so blend these corners out, but leave this bit to sit. What are you taking the measuring tape for? Measuring the bee.
Oh, sorry.
Josh, is my eyebrow gone? Oh, that killed. Do you want to work with animals? Oh, that kills. Anyway, so since all that shite happened, it's actually set now. So I normally give it about a minute, but look how much it thickens up. It gives you so much more. Oh gosh, I went over my eye there. I always... you see? And look how light it is there compared to there, and that's what you want, your lightness to be here. Cheeks by NYX, NYX, I don't know, I always say NYX, and everyone goes, MYX. I'm like, who cares? So I get that. Like I just put a little bit on the back of my hand like this, right? Give it a little mixy mix. So this is my palette right now. And then just go in here. So imagine your concealer, bronzer, you want to get in the middle of it. Just go like this, right? Pop that on here, like that. Right, it looks a bit immense. Can you see this? Like that. And then we're going to blend this together. And it just gives your cheeks a bit of colour that isn't just browns, I find. So people are turning up our house, so it's getting loud. At least my makeup's done. This product I've actually been loving from, I have to wipe it because it's VD. Right, Jordana Tisha. You've probably seen this all over the internet. Where the hell is the pot? Oh, here. Okay, so it's innovative. So it's powder, but pressed powder and loose powder. And watch, I got it on TikTok. First thing I've ever bought on TikTok. So it's got a pressed powder at the top, and then it's got your loose powder underneath, right? And watch this. So just a video showing you. So I've got this little pads. They're like pressed powder, you know, like a puff. But it's just like the perfect size look. I got this on Amazon, I think, these pads. And just grab some on here. And watch the different. Look at this, right? What under my eye? Just set it. Right there. Look how light and bright that is. I'll just get the inside bit. Pour a bit on this. Oh god, that's so much. Put a bit on there, you don't need much. And with a fluffy brush, like this size, and I just go over my whole face. This is shade, oh wait there, what shade is this? This is shade Blondie, but I would like to have, this is a bit of a yellowy shade. I think I would like to get another one which is a bit lighter to go right in the corner, you know, like a white sort of thing. But back to this guy, best bronzer ever, honestly. You'll see now how unreal it is. So I just get a little bit on there. This lasts ages. This is in dark. For my skin, it's really good. But there's also another one called Sun Bunny, which has a bit of glitter in it, and it's really good for summer if you want it to be a bit more bronzy, highlighty. But this is super matte. And yeah, I don't think it's got any more details on, but yeah, Too Faced, unreal. And I just get a little bit on there. This brush is really good. This is just such an old brush, but this was a NYX one. And I had it for about 7 years. It was really good quality. Right, look how nice. I can't tell you, when you've got a good base on with this bronzer, it's just absolute 10 out of 10. Don't you see? Like this in this. Heaven. what I like to do is just blend that out with my finger. And I've got this Primark lipstick, but just make sure it's a shade lighter than what this is, because this is what's going to make it look pursed. So then I just put the lighter shade in this part where it was left, and then you see, contoured. And then you can go in with a bit of a darker liner if it's night out. I normally go with like a brownie, but this is good for right now. This is it. So it's very like matte, very done. This will last you. I can't even explain. This will last you so long. Like this is normally like your wedding makeup. Like if I'd go to a wedding. So it's just very matte and bronzy. And like it's so easy, like you only need like what, 3 colours for your eye? Because I wear black liner, it just looks a bit better. But yeah, I hope there's some tips in there. I know it's oh god, I hope there's some good tips in there. I know it's a long one, but I just feel like with makeup videos you've got to go through everything. And like now I've always got a reference, because I can go, right, my base is the same as this video, so. But look how like flawless base looks. That is, honestly, it's Estee Lauder. It's just 10 out of 10. There you go. If you've got any questions, I'll put all the links to everything below. But if you've got any questions or any other looks that you want to see, like I'll do like a super glitzy one maybe where it's like glittery or like bronzy for when it comes to like autumn. I'll do that maybe. And then like an everyday. But this is my go-to really. That's what I normally do. And then if I want to go darker, you can. And if you want to go darker, that's when you just, you know, in your last part, just build it up here. And then that's that. And you can put any colour or the white. You could put like glittery with, I've done the white. It's just up to you and like how you want to do it. But that's just how I do it and what I use. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Because a lot of people watch them, but I feel like not many of you subscribing, and why wouldn't you want to miss out on all this good content? Me getting whacked with a bottle. But oh, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.